Uh, this is a little bit of upgrade of a bunch of BS.
Yeah, really. Got it.
Give me a second. Continue to YouTube. 1 second. It's a new thing. God, it's slow. This. Come on. Go to YouTube.
When did you buy it? When did you get it? You bought it new?
Hello, people. Welcome to Main Event Boxing Talk. Today. Welcome to Main Event Boxing Talk, everyone. How is everybody?
I'm doing well. I hope you are too.
I'm all right. And yourself?
Yeah. Right.
I'm doing well.
I'm good. Yeah.
So, do we have the list ready to go?
Yeah. I'm getting it now.
All right. I hate to tell you this, Spencer, but it was in the 60s here today.
Yeah, I could imagine.
Okay, guys. Beterbiev wins in 8 rounds. He beats Yarde. This was a pretty entertaining fight. I enjoyed it.
Yeah, it was good.
What do you guys think?
Well, the question here is, did Beterbiev slow down or did Yarde improve or both? What do you guys think?
It could be a combination of both. You know, he is getting up in age.
He's 38. He's 38.
Yeah, and Yarde got hit with a couple of shots early and didn't fall, so Beterbiev doesn't usually have to deal with that too much. I mean, you know, he had to go a few rounds against Marcus Brown, and I forget the other guy, but you know, it was Yarde's better than expected performance that was really what was on the night. I'm not going to take anything against Beterbiev because if you do, then you're not giving proper praise to Yarde's performance. I think Yarde did well. He did much better than I was expecting him to do. And right now, I'm wanting him based off of that performance. I can't wait to see him against guys like Buatsi and Colin Smith and those guys.
I agree. I think he has improved. I think he still has footwork problems and he keeps his chin on the line. Now, he was moving well and had a pretty good defense for a while, but when Beterbiev actually landed clean the first time, his legs did buckle. They did buckle, but, you know, he had to try to get through that jab. But once, you know, by the 4th round, he started working his way in and started busting him up and started going to the body more.
Yeah.
And Beterbiev, I think he's slowed about a half a step, which makes him more hittable. And his skin is getting older, so he's going to be more prone to cuts. So I think it was a great show, though. I think they both fought their heart out, and it was very entertaining, and both guys' stock went up. But I think that's the reality, and Yarde still has work to do in terms of getting his head out of the line, off the line, and resetting his feet in different ways, because he only does it one way, and he's off balance a lot, and then he gets backed up into the ropes, which he shouldn't have been doing.
Yeah, it's kind of hard to not get backed up when the guy throwing them punches is Beterbiev. But yeah, I got you on that one.
Yeah, but it was fun. It was fun. Yeah, I'd like to see him with some of these other guys because he's 31 or 32. How old is
he? Yeah,
33.
Oh, okay. Yeah, he's up there. So maybe who was in his corner? Who was his trainer? Tunde's still his trainer, right?
Tunde.
Yeah, but there was somebody else too. I forgot.
I thought it was somebody else too.
Yeah.
But yeah, he might need a little bit more training.
Yeah, he didn't have much of an amateur career.
Yeah.
He tries to launch off the back right foot.
Do you know what?
To throw the right hand.
Right.
Say that.
As I see it,
yeah,
you're looking at a guy who was put into a position before he was even ready. He never won a British title. He never won anything. He fought nothing but blown up super middleweights and older guys. That's not good preparation for a world title. That fight with Kovalov, he learned something. But I think getting in there, Beterbiev, it's maybe he made his stock go. But like you say, his footwork is terrible. His defense is rubbish. He was walking forward into punches. When he had Beterbiev in the corner, he didn't go for it. If you've got someone in the corner, he was hurting him. You carry on hurting them.
Well, I don't think Beterbiev was actually hurt.
Yeah, but he was. He was, yeah. But the problem is, Yarde is not good enough to win a world title. He'll never win a world title unless it's for a vacant belt. He's just not that. He's not that top 10 guy. He's probably
he's not. He's not, especially if the landscape in that division is what it is. He's probably
right. The only top 10 guy I could probably see him beating, but this is only a big if, would be Joe Smith Jr. But that's a big if, a big if,
Yeah, that's true. Joe's big.
Joe Smith.
Joe Smith is dangerous, but he's on the slide. He's not what he was.
He might be able to be one of those. He might be able to beat Buatsi.
No, I don't think he would. Seriously, I think Buatsi's a better fighter than him in every department. Apart from the
last fight, because he did, what did he do that I will say that he did okay. Like, he went to the body quite a few times that I liked. He got a little bit of a pop because he definitely stunned Beterbiev a little bit.
Don't get me wrong. In any other era, in the era where Nathan Cleverly was a light heavyweight champion, he would have won a world title. Just the generation before Kovalov came, he would have won a world title. But he could win a vacant belt, but that's it. Yeah,
he might need some seasoning against some Asian vets, like say Barrera, Alida Alvarez, a couple of those guys.
Yeah, but he needs to win. I mean, he's still the Commonwealth champion. He could fight for the European belt, then take it from there, and rebuild. It won't take him long to rebuild, but his team have to pick the right fights.
Yeah,
I agree.
He doesn't have many more chances left. Let's be honest about it.
Let's be honest. That's right. You're right.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Let's go on.
Thank you.
But for me, Beterbiev, I'm not, people are saying that Bivol would beat him in terms of skill, possibly, but I just think Beterbiev hits too hard for too long for Bivol to win the fight.
Well, I don't know. We'll have to see. Styles make fights, and I think Bivol has the style that could beat him.
Oh yeah,
he's a little bit quicker in terms of getting his punches out. He could work in and out much better. Like how Yarde was going in and coming out, and he was a little bit effective doing that. Bivol is much better at doing that.
Yep, much better. Like years better.
So if Yarde had a little bit of success, like going in, punching them to the body, then coming back out without Beterbiev really being able to counter effectively in quite a few rounds, that's going to tire Beterbiev out, man. That might tire him out, and who knows.
Well, that would be the fight to make. Unfortunately, I'm at odds with Mauricio on his ruling about they can't fight because, Beterbiev is, or somebody's from Russia. I don't know if it's Bivol or Beterbiev.
They both are. So what are they not going to have undisputed?
There's something about them not being able to fight because I think it's Bivol is not a resident of the United States, or he's still a Russian national. I think it's just bullshit. I don't think we should. This is one of the other topics, but I don't think that he should be penalized for what Putin is doing. It has nothing to do with the athletes.
So when Bivol fought Canelo, Canelo wasn't considered the WBC franchise champion then, huh?
I don't remember.
Because
No,
like it's
I mean,
kind of
no. Of course he was. But the point that I'm making is that at that time, I don't think we did Russia.
yeah.
Russia
That
had
was
already made
that.
the incursion, right?
Yeah, that was because they did it what last February or something, and
Yeah.
they fought in May. So, but besides that, I think what it is he don't want Bivol to lose, and he want Canelo to get that rematch without Bivol being defeated.
Ah,
If it's
ah,
Suleiman saying it, like come on now, you if he fights
yeah,
Beterbiev, then
okay,
that's a chance of him losing, and then it takes the
right.
luster off of it
I
shouldn't because
forgot about that. Yes, got it. Plus, Eddie Hearn has plans for Beterbiev. He's got a.
they said what Callum Smith.
Yeah, that's the guy they want him to fight next, the WBC.
That'd be interesting. I think Beterbiev would do better. He'll be more effective against Callum, maybe. I don't
Yeah,
know.
I think so too. I think I think so. I think so. I don't think Callum has the speed to beat him. What do you think,
Right,
Nathan?
let's move on, guys. Let's move on.
Okay.
Wait, aren't we on the?
Yeah, carry on. Man.
I thought we was on the second topic about the
Oh yeah, I
Bivol.
wasn't. I thought you were still on Beterbiev.
No, he's just part of the conversation.
Okay.
All right. Well, I'm done with that.
Tell us more about the press conference. Anyway, tell me a bit more about it.
What
Which press conference?
you talk about, but no, yeah.
Benavidez and Plant had a fight.
It was a
press conference.
circus, man. It was a circus. Calling each other names, Benavidez was like trying to punk him out. And it was just unprofessional and stupid. They got bad blood. They got bad blood.
I mean, they gotta try to help sell a fight, I guess.
Well, I think they really don't like it. I think what's his name, Benavidez, has got a bone to pick with them because he supposedly sucker punched his brother or something.
Oh wow, word. And Plant was talking that mess about his cocaine and losing the title because he was using cocaine.
Well, he started that after Benavidez, started getting stupid, with his language.
Well, it's going to be a good one.
Yeah.
Now, how do you think that fight goes?
Oh, I can't. If Benavidez keeps his head on straight, then it'll be a really good fight. If he just goes in there trying to blow him out and knock him out, which is what he wants to do, he could make mistakes and Plant could catch him, and win a decision. But Benavidez needs to be unemotional if he's going into this fight.
Yeah.
Because Plant's improved.
Yeah, I think Plant is a slightly better boxer than Benavidez.
Yep.
But Benavidez got a lot more power and pop than Plant does. So,
yeah.
I mean, and Benavidez isn't a bad boxer. It's just that Plant is a little bit better. He's a little bit more fluid.
Mm-hmm. What do you got to say about that, Nathan?
I think it's a good. I think Benavidez will win. I have to be honest.
Yeah, I mean he should be the favorite in this, but we'll see.
Yeah.
He can't eat up his adrenaline with anger.
No, he can't get like you said. He can't be too emotional. Hopefully, he's mature enough that he could go in there more, professional, get emotional once after it's done.
Exactly. Chavez was never emotional. Chavez was cold and calculating in these fights. He was never like super emotional before these fights. None of the real great guys were like that. I mean, Ali used to sell the fight, but he wasn't super emotional and nuts,
Nah, he like he would. His emotions was taunting people as far as Ali. Like his emotional stuff was in like anger, and that would be a detriment to the fight.
Yeah, he was antagonistic.
Right.
He wasn't hateful. A couple of times he got hateful.
Yeah, like with the catches. What's his name? Terrell? Ernie Terrell.
Yeah.
What's his? I think that's his name.
Yeah, Terrell.
Yes, that was talking about like Cassius. Your mama called you Cassius. I'm gonna name you Cassius, and he's like, say my name, say my name, say
Oh,
my name.
he fractured his eye socket in that fight. He could have put him away, and he didn't do it. He tortured him.
Yeah. So, what's
next, Nathan?
Let me have a look. Emmanuel Navarrete and Liam Wilson will fight for the vacant 130-pound WBO championship. Who wins?
Tonight. That's tonight.
Yeah.
Who are you picking?
Who am I picking?
I think Navarrete should be able to do it.
Yeah, he should be able to do it. You know the
Australian.
Don't want to. Yeah. So.
It should be entertaining. They're both tough guys. So, but Navarrete, I think, has a little bit more experience. And we'll see. What do you think, Nathan?
Is this his first time? They fighting here, right?
Yeah, I believe so. Yeah.
Is this Wilson's first time coming to the States?
I don't know.
Let me tell you about Liam Wilson. Let me look at his record because I must have seen him fight at least once or twice.
Yeah, he's one of those Australian guys. They like him over there in England.
Yeah, well, they be fighting for the Commonwealth title, so.
Mm-hmm. And that's a big title.
Yeah, because it's like Canadians could fight for that one, Australians, South Africans.
Guys, this guy is 26 years old. He's got 12 fights.
That's what I mean, Navarrete here.
Yeah, this is pathetic. This guy, in his last fight, he beat a guy who was. Oh no, this is a complete mismatch. Not even funny. This. Yeah, he'll get ironed out in a couple of rounds.
Well, I don't think we should spend a lot of time on it.
Navarrete wins this. Does he fight Conlon? Is that no? Conlon is on the one under that. He's at 126. He's not at 130. So who else is at 130? Of course, Shakur just gave up 2 of the belts there, and that's one of them.
I don't know. I don't remember.
I think isn't Vargas coming up to fight for the WBC title? He's coming up to fight for the WBC. Yeah, I'd like to see the winners fight. All right.
That'll see. Well, yeah, let's move on. Got a lot of topics.
Jarrett Hurd is returning as a middleweight.
The jury's out on that one. We'll have to see what he looks like.
He was a big super welterweight.
He was massive.
He was a big dude.
He looks puffy in the pictures. He doesn't look, he just looks puffy.
Solid.
To me. Yeah. Like he needs to, I don't know. We'll have to see, because he didn't do well in his last performance, and didn't he lose one before that?
Yeah.
He lost like
2
in a row.
He has lost his titles, but he got to get back on his game. Hopefully he's back in the gym. He was back in the gym for a minute so that he could put on some type of good performance.
Well, that's what I mean. We'll have to see, because he was never the greatest boxer. He pulled out a couple of fights, at the end there with the punch, but when he was losing. So I hope he's worked on his skills a little more.
Yeah,
because he has the power.
Yeah, like I said, if he was looking big at super welterweight, so maybe 160 is a more comfortable weight for him. Mm-hmm. So when he's fighting, he might look better because he doesn't have to cut so much weight.
Yeah. Well, then he's got all the guys there, being that he's a former champion.
Don't forget, 6 years about 6 years ago, he started winning those world titles. He's still a good fighter.
Charlo.
Yeah.
He could fight Charlo. He could fight Munguia if they vet him.
Right. I
mean,
don't think
he had a good run as champion, didn't he? There's no reason he can't get another belt. I just don't think it would be against the current guys, you know.
No,
Well, that's
I
the
mean,
reason why he won't. I don't think he could deal with any of the new guys.
yeah, like Charlo, Janabek, and Triple G had a chance at 160. So, and Laura, he already beat Laura.
Right. But who knows if he could beat him now? I don't know. We'll have to see. I don't know. That's the thing. We got to see. It's a year and a half since we saw him. So, what I don't know what to expect at this point. I mean, I know he has power. I could expect that. But other than that, I'm not sure. We'll have to see if this weight, if he has better stamina, he can move better. We'll see.
Let's move on. The WBC have stopped Beterbiev versus Bivol because of politics.
That's what we were talking about.
Yeah, that's what we were talking about earlier.
But this was the subject. Do we think it's unfair? I think it is.
I agree.
Both fighters don't even live in Russia. They both live in America. One lives in America. One lives in Canada.
Yeah. Well, we all agree on that. The fighters shouldn't be penalized for what Putin is doing, and no matter where they come from, it's not their fault.
No.
I think there are some side moves going on, like you said, Spencer.
Yeah, like Suleiman don't want Bivol to lose to Beterbiev or have the possibility of losing to Beterbiev before Canelo could get a rematch.
There you go.
But it's no different from. Let's be honest. Let's look at I hate to bring this up. The history of your country, not letting people fight. Having different titles, but I'm not going to go into any more than that because we know the story. We'll move on.
I don't know what you're saying. What are you saying?
I don't know what you're talking about.
You're exactly
talking about
what
racism?
I'm talking about.
Oh, okay. Well, that's true.
Like a coloured title, which Jack Johnson was not allowed. He was the only guy that was allowed to fight, and it wasn't until was it Joe Louis, 1938 or whatever it was.
Got a shot at.
But anyway, we'll leave that there. I don't want to talk about that anymore.
Well, that was true. That's true.
But listen, I mean, this is
Britain is just as bad. Randall Turpin was the first person of colour to win a world title. Against the great Sugar Ray Robinson.
Yeah.
Anyway, we'll move on. I don't like to bring that up.
Don't bring it up.
Yeah, Chris. This is the gift that keeps on giving. Chris Eubank Jr. has triggered his rematch clause.
Oh, I love it. I love it.
Deary me. Did you hear what he said? He tried to get the result thrown out because he said that Smith used an elbow.
Oh well, elbows happen.
Oh, God.
Well, enough conspiracy theories. You lost, man. He was rocked before anything else happened. Did you go back and watch it when he first got rocked? He got hit behind the ear, and then he threw two punches, and then Smith came in and dismantled him. Mm-hmm. And if he caught him with an elbow, so what?
Oh.
That's not what knocked him out.
We're about to see in the rematch.
That's right.
Yeah, that's crazy that they had a rematch clause for this fight.
He shouldn't need a rematch clause.
Yeah, there was nothing on the line but pride.
Yeah.
I guess he got to redeem his pride, I guess.
Well, and get knocked out again. If he gets knocked out again.
And if he don't knock out Liam Smith, then, Liam Smith still got the better win of the two.
That's right.
Do you
if he go back in a rematch and wins, a decision or something, that's not impressive.
Eubank needs to get rid of Roy Jones because it's not working out. Roy Jones, you can't do it who hasn't got the ability. What's the point?
Has any of Roy's fighters won a world championship yet?
No.
Yo, listen.
I'm listening.
I think Chris Eubank has an issue with trainers. He obviously does because he doesn't have a stable one. Wasn't he in the Floyd Mayweather's camp for a bit?
I think so. Yeah, he was.
Then he had his pops training him or something like that?
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, maybe the senior trainer.
And then he ate those super eggs.
Do you know what he needs to do? He needs to take a couple of months out. Get rid of Roy as a trainer, get someone else, get like a Dominic Brendan Ingle, listen to what people say, and just take it easy, pick the opponents a bit more carefully, cherry pick a bit more, and there's fights out there. I mean, I still believe he would beat Conor Benn.
Conor Benn has been exonerated by the WBC.
I heard it. So has everything been dropped?
Yeah, they said he ate contaminated eggs.
Pathetic.
So Conor Benn is okay to fight.
Yep.
But
he doesn't have
Bivol
the
can't.
British Board of Boxing behind them yet, but that'll probably come next.
But listen, so Chris, he needs a trainer like maybe McGirt.
Yeah, McGirt.
That'd be good for him.
Shall we just face it? Facts. He's not good enough, and he probably never was. Really, in his prime, he wasted his. Let's be honest. The man wasted his prime by fighting nothing. He won an IBO world title. Fair play. Middleweight, but
Didn't he win the WBA junior belt before Laura had it?
He won the interim, twice. He's won that twice. The middleweight interim belt twice, and the IBO super middleweight belt twice. So at least he's won something. But he needs to have a look at his career. Maybe it might be time to step away. If you're losing to fighters like Liam Smith, Liam's a good fighter, but he's not a middleweight. Do you know what I mean?
No, he should have beat him.
You beat guys like Liam Smith. You don't lose to guys like Liam Smith. It's over. Really.
Well, he lost, and there's no excuses. He just lost. Period.
Well, it's just, even his dad didn't make excuses. Like, his dad had more pride than him. He's just living off his dad's name now. It's embarrassing. Right, we'll move on. Joshua Buatsi is out of contract with Matchroom, and Eddie Hearn is trying to re-sign him for a Bivol or a Yard fight.
He better re-sign him if he wants. Somebody should give him a good amount of money because he's worth money in those matches.
Oh, he is.
So, do you think Eddie Hearn is going to do it, or Frank Warren, or who?
What do you think, Spencer?
I don't know. Aren't boxers signing people? Or like the Sky Sports, whoever's affiliated with Sky Sports out there?
Go there.
Because Eddie is no longer doing their stuff on Sky.
No.
Yeah, could be.
But I think he should stick with Eddie, myself. But then again, Boxer are giving out some good contracts to people, really good contracts. And they're paying big money. Sky are massive,
Eddie has the stable at like heavyweight that he could fight against.
Right.
He got Caleb Smith, he got Bivol, he got does he have Beterbiev? Is Beterbiev one?
No, top rank.
Yeah, he does. No, top rank.
Okay, I wasn't sure. I know Yard was with Warren, and Warren got an affiliation with him. But he got a lot of top guys on his platform. Ramirez is on the zone.
I think they will continue to go the route they're going, the European kind of level, until he gets a title. I believe he will do better when he gets to world title. He will do better than what Yard did, I believe. So I think he's got more talent than Yard's got.
So you think he could beat one of the champs?
No, not at the minute. But he might win.
So what? When you mean? Well, yeah, Beterbiev depends. Excuse me. If Bivol and Beterbiev fight, right, and there's a winner, first of all, do you think there'll be a rematch to that fight?
No, probably not. No.
Okay.
What will happen is we know what will happen. If that fight happens, some of the belts will be vacated, and then Eddie Hearn will make damn sure
Do you think Beterbiev would vacate his titles if he won?
Possibly, yeah. I could see it happening. You know, Beterbiev could probably retire or go up away. You know, he could just retire.
Okay, so if he retires, then all of the belts would be vacant. True. If Bivol, do you think he retires?
Who, Bivol?
No.
Or Beterbiev? No, Bivol doesn't. Bivol will just fight again or move up away again. So he'll move it to cruiserweight.
He could still fight Canelo. They make
Yeah. No, I was just trying to see. Like, I don't know when the vacant belt will be up for grabs. I don't think they will.
Whatever happens, Bivol will go up to cruiserweight and do what Beterbiev Shumenev did when he lost to Ben Hopkins and fight for the one of the belts at cruiserweight.
I think that would make more sense for him.
Yeah.
Do you remember Beterbiev Shumenev?
Yeah. No, I got you. I'm just trying to
You're trying to piece it together, yeah.
Yeah, because Bivol at cruiserweight is cool, but that's not a glamour division. Bivol should stay at light heavyweight.
It's not.
He could get more fights at light heavyweight.
And he would be a small cruiserweight because he's not a huge light heavyweight either.
Right. He's thinking he could make 168. So
that's pushing it, man.
But you know, like he was talking about, he'll come down to 168 to fight Canelo.
Not anymore.
Nah, I ain't doing that.
Not anymore.
I could see Bivol go up to heavyweight one day, to be honest.
Nah. Too small. Too small.
Yeah, not against them heavyweights. What's next?
Savannah, what is this one?
Yeah, Savannah.
Right. Savannah Marshall could be challenging for the undisputed 168-pound title next.
Wasn't
she wants a rematch.
Fighting this weekend?
No. Savannah Marshall. Yeah.
I thought she was fighting this weekend.
To go back into a title fight.
No, that's the girls, the other ones, right?
Oh, Bumgarner.
Right. So Serrano and man.
Right. Yeah. Got it.
But Son of Anna wants to challenge for the undisputed super middleweight.
Yeah, I mean she got enough skills to beat her. But that girl is a tough customer.
Yep. Certainly is.
So they need to because she improved since she lost to Clarissa.
Mm-hmm.
The girl Cruz or whatever. She had lost to Clarissa.
Well, the way I see it, she said she was going to retire. She wanted to have kids, so somebody changed their mind for the money. So
maybe a rematch with Clarissa.
Well, that was a good fight. I mean, that could be made. I mean, Clarissa did win, but she wants to fight
a
few times.
Yeah, Clarissa wants to I think pursue MMA. So she might be taking a break from boxing anyway. Right.
Well, I think it's ill-advised, but whatever. She wants to do that challenge.
Right,
why not?
Is on the undercard of Kid Stevenson's fight.
You seen him before, Nathan? Sean Davis?
Nathan, have you seen Keyshawn?
He's pretty good, isn't he?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, he's real good. Good prospect, man. Definitely. I mean, and for him to fight Tagoy,
I think he will win the World Cup from what I've seen him.
For him to fight Tagoy it's really a step up because Tagoy is kind of experienced, right?
Yep. Yeah, I mean, he's got he's got fighting style all the way,
It's definitely going to show His
Right,
skills.
I'm good.
let's move on. Eddie Hearn is interested in Francis Ngannou, the former UFC heavyweight champion, fighting Anthony Joshua. Oh, God.
Oh, what the
What does
hell?
anyone think about this nonsense?
Nonsense.
Listen, Eddie Hearn. I think maybe Eddie Hearn brought this up because Tyson Fury mentioned him.
Right. Right. You know, it's a carnival act. What can you say? You know.
Yeah.
I mean, don't forget Nagano is a big guy and he's strong and he can punch, but he
he's
can't.
not a boxer.
He's not a boxer. You know.
Right.
He's good for 3 rounds and
UFC
he'll be
fight.
tired. You know.
And hey, maybe Eddie trying to get the last bit of money off of AJ that he can.
Yeah, it's a shame, right? It reminds me of the movie Requiem for a Heavyweight. That old play. It was a play and then it was a movie with Anthony Quinn as the fighter. It's a brutal business we're dealing with.
Yes, it is. Yes, it is.
Brutal.
Inside and outside the ring.
Yeah. Move on. Let's see what else.
Right. Jarrell Miller will be fighting Lucas Brown in March on a card in Dubai.
I think that's a good one.
It's a brilliant fight. I like it. Love it.
You know, I mean, Big Daddy could get, if he lays something on that chin, he could take him out.
Miller, if he's got any ambition left at all, he should walk through Lucas Brown, literally walk through. You know,
I don't think it's going to happen that way. I think he's going to do what he does. He's going to jab. He's going to box. He's a good boxer for a man his size, actually.
Yeah, he
Jarrell
is,
Miller?
He should.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, he has hands. He has hands.
To me, he should be on a different level to Brown. You know, quite obviously, being the bigger man, he's got better wins. Up to a point, he does have better wins. You know,
and they're both
I know Brown.
Yeah, go ahead. I'm sorry to interrupt.
I know Brown's a former world champion of such and such of sorts, but if you look at his best wins, I'd say that you would have to say Miller's record is a bit better, wouldn't you? If you look at the guys he's beaten. Let me
see.
Opposition
he's got a better record.
I don't know.
They're about the same. They're about the same.
Not lately. Not lately.
Yeah, not lately. Lately they about the same.
Yeah, there you go.
If you go on past performances, that version of Miller would walk straight through Lucas Brown.
Yes, that is true.
But not now. We don't know how much he's got left. What's his resistance like? What's his, we don't know. We don't know how if his punch resistance is gone. We know Lucas Brown is a shell of a man, and he's got no punch resistance at all. So if Lucas hits him something big, it'll be over. But I just don't think he'll get to. I think Jarrell will wear him down.
Is it Australia? They're in Australia, right?
Yeah.
No, he said Dubai, I think.
Dubai?
Dubai.
Yeah. Oh, okay.
Well,
Jono Carroll is fighting Miguel. I was looking at the card. Jono Carroll is fighting Miguel Mariago on the card also.
Goody.
They got Jono Carroll as a top 20 guy.
Wow. Okay.
What's next?
A George Foreman film has been made.
Oh, I'll be interested in seeing that, although I don't like these films generally because the guy's still alive and you could go on YouTube and see everything that's going to be in the film. But I guess for a younger audience, it'll be fine. Whatever.
I think
there's a lot of people that don't know George's story.
Yeah. Well,
it's when he's the 45, they're doing it, the 45-year-old story, not the first George Foreman. If you're going to do a George Foreman film, you need to do it as the beginning. It has to be, it'd be like a 3-hour film, wouldn't it? 3 or 4-hour film.
Yeah, I was gonna say if they did it like that, they would have to do too much because he had to do the whole ride. He was an Olympic champion, so they had to
Yeah.
do that
They
part of
would
his
have to
life.
do 2 films.
You know,
Or they could just make it into a TV film. Like they do the first bit of his life, and then
Well,
10 years later they bring it up to when he's 30.
they have to do the loss to Ali and then to Jimmy Young because that's where he had the revelation to stop, right?
But if
Yeah.
they're going
That's
to
got
make
to be
the
part of
film,
it.
if
No,
they
that
if
has
they're
to
going to
be
make
part of
this
it.
film, couldn't they just do it as a TV film and then do the first part of his life, and then when he loses to, like you say, Jimmy Young, and he retires, then they do it like 10 years later, such and such. You know?
Well,
I mean, that's
you
the
got
only way
to
to do it.
listen. Being in this business, they got to do the fall first. You know, his fall from the mountain, and then how he built himself back up.
Yeah.
Because it's inspirational and it's spiritual. You know, so they got to do that.
I mean,
yeah, they're gonna.
Yeah, carry on.
They would have to. I mean, I agree. They would have to show the fall, but they would have to show the fall from where. Like, where was he at? He was the champ, so they got to show the loss to Ali. You would think that would have to be the very beginning, opening part of the movie. Him being just before him fighting Ali, him being the favorite, and and then him losing, and then him having to lose again to Jimmy Young, and then preaching for like 10 years or whatever, because he was a preacher in that time that he was away, right?
Yes, but the only reason he came back was because he needed money for his church. He ran out of money.
Right. And that would be the reason why he came back, and that would be the story, him, defying the odds and becoming the oldest heavyweight champion by beating Michael Mora and, simultaneously opening up a franchise grill machine, like a whole bunch of stuff.
Exactly.
Okay. Let's move on to our next thing. Lawrence Okoli is now going to be trained by Sugar Hill Stewart. I think this is a good move.
Yes,
it
I
is.
agree. Definitely.
Yes, it is.
Definitely. We're in agreement on that.
Yes, it is, yo.
Oh,
He is going to get the best out of Lawrence Okoli on this one.
He's going to make Okoli, an elite cruiserweight, I believe. Seriously. If you look
Cole's
at where
about to go
Lawrence
to heavyweight.
Okoli's what?
I think he's about to go to heavyweight.
And
but he wants
so
to
then.
make he should try and unify the division before he goes up, if he can.
I agree on that one. He at least,
Then he could do it the same way David Haye did it, but do it with a bit more do it with a little bit more empathy.
Okay.
Right.
Agreed.
For me, the way I look at it here is that he's 30 years old. He's in the prime of his career. He's probably got 1 or 2 fights left at cruiserweight. He can go up and he can make a splash. And fight and training and being around Tyson Fury will make him a better fighter.
Exactly.
Also, getting comfortable with Stewart at cruiserweight before he deals with the big boys, so that when he does transition to the big boys, he's already comfortable with Stewart. He's not just with him.
Acclimated.
Yeah.
Right. We're not looking at another Lennox Lewis. We're not looking at another Randy Holyfield at all. People need to calm down. We will see what happens.
No, he might not be Lennox, but he'll be good. I mean, he'll be able to deal with the dudes that's going to be on the come up there.
If he can make an impact like David Haye did, then he'll be popular. He'll be a popular fighter. If you can do what David Haye did. But just don't complain about the broken toe.
Yeah, he might be able to compete against the Hergoviches and the Yokas when they get up there.
But if you look at what's up there, even in fact, he could be after the cruiserweight. He could actually be the first fighter to go to He could go to Bridgerweight, and then he would get that belt recognised, wouldn't it?
Make that division recognized. Hey,
yeah, that would be a good idea.
Yo, he need to hire us for his damn promo team.
I believe Anthony Joshua was his manager. Anthony Joshua should make that move to steward as well.
Yeah, but he with his rival, so I don't know about that one.
Yeah, no, they won't be in the same gym together. No way.
Fury got to retire before AJ vests with him.
No, sometimes you have to swallow your pride to go back to the beginning to find out what you're all about, right?
Yeah, hopefully.
But you know, if both of them are still fighting, you gonna want them to fight each other, and if they being trained by the same guy, it's gonna be hard for that to be getting done.
That's right.
Right, let's see what else. Right, what's this thing you've sent? Boxing showtimes and things.
Nah, it was about the fight that was on ESPN last night that I was saying that I wound up falling asleep on.
Yeah.
There was a fight on ESPN.
Yeah. Okay. I want to give a shout out to Brandon Cook, who made his comeback last weekend.
Shout out to Brandon Cook.
The Cookster.
Yep.
Yeah.
He's cooking.
And who else?
He's cooking again.
Who else was there? Oh, yeah, another thing. Eddie Hearn lost the purse bid for the WBC Bridgerweight fight.
Oh, so who won it?
I'm not sure he won it. I didn't get the information there, but he lost it.
Is it Frank Warren?
No, because it's a Polish guy. It was a Polish promotion.
Oh, okay.
Pathetic.
Well, you know,
He probably ain't. Yeah, I was gonna say he ain't bid that much. It probably meant more to the Polish guy than it did to Eddie Hearn.
There you go.
And the new WBA heavyweight rankings have come out. Let me have a look at them again. Quick look. Here a second. So the new WBA heavyweight rankings came out a few days ago. We go back to it again. WBA rankings. So at number 15, we have Ivan Dyczko. 14, Fabio Wardley. 13, Ajit Caballel. 12, Trevor Bryan. 11, Jarrell Miller. 10, Lucas Brown, the Oceania champion. Number 9, Jonathan Goodry after beating Stiverne. 8, Hergovich. 7, Ortiz. 6, Pero. 5, Makhmadov. 4, Joshua. 3, Wilder. 2, Bacoli. And number 1 is vacant.
Yo, so when Miller fight Brown, they both of them is ranked by the WBA, right? You said Miller and Brown, right?
Yeah, 10 and 11.
So the winner of that fight is going to get a higher ranking.
Yeah.
Let's hope so.
What will end up probably happening is Sporting Icons said what's likely to happen is that Usyk will probably get stripped of the belt at some point, and then Joshua, and then Dubai will be classed as the super champion. But I do believe we will see Dubai make some more defences of that belt. Looking at the rankings, he'll probably choose someone like Jonathan Goodry or someone like an like a Fabio Wardley next.
Yeah, Fabio Wardley make more sense.
It's an easier fight, but it's also a hard fight.
Yeah.
I do believe that Dubai knocks him out because we know that Wardley hasn't got a very good chin. Neither has Dubai, but Dubai's is a bit better than Wardley's.
We would hope.
Yeah. Well, no, Dubai's got a pretty good chin. I mean, Joe didn't knock him
that
out.
guy he fought was a decent cruiserweight, a top cruiserweight who knocked him down.
Yeah, but part of that was his knee giving out.
Yeah,
like that was some freak.
Yeah,
that was kind of a freak incident that happened.
He took 2 knees, is what he did. He didn't get hit on those two knees, So, when he came back, you got to give the guy credit. Fair play. He came back.
I give him credit for winning, but God, he made hard work of it. I know he injured himself, which didn't help, and he did well to get the guy out there. He did well to even come back and win that. It was a good win.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But he still has that bit of vulnerability. He's very vulnerable. He's a vulnerable champion. Let's say it as it is.
Without question, when you, especially the landscape, the people that's going to come knocking on the door.
You know that Dubai would never pick Martin Bakoli. He would never pick Wilder. He would never pick Joshua. He would never pick Makhmedov or Lewis. All these guys would be too dangerous. All of them would be.
Joshua would be one that I might disagree, only because that'll be a humongous payday.
Oh yeah.
I think Joshua would
like it'll be. Yeah, he probably would. He probably would, but if he's going to lose, he might as well lose for tens of millions than losing for like.
I'm not saying he'd win, but Lucas Brown would have a slight chance in that fight. Seriously. but it'd only be a puncher's chance.
You think if Jarrell Miller beats Lucas Brown, that him versus Luis Ortiz will be a good fight?
Yeah, but I mean, be all right.
Yeah.
But if Jarrell Miller has anything left, on paper, Jarrell Miller should be able to beat someone like Dubai, shouldn't he, realistically?
Yeah.
I'm thinking,
He got to get high up in the rankings, though, before they even give him a shot.
Yeah, he better not get high, though.
I would have rather seen Michael Hunter fight Dubai. You know what I mean? Because I think Michael Hunter would do some serious damage to him.
That would be a good one, though.
They took him straight out the rankings.
Michael Hunter is going to be fighting Joseph Parker, I believe.
He is?
Supposedly, yeah, they're talking about it.
Okay, that's good. That's good. That's who he wanted to fight before Parker fought Mossy.
I remember that.
It's a great fight. Because both guys, we don't know what Hunter's really got left. He's still a good fight. We don't know what he's got left.
Yeah, he likes to use the excuse of he needing an opponent in order for him to look good.
Yeah, motivation.
When he's got these subpar guys or these no-name guys, he doesn't give it his all.
Then he should just blow him out. Enough. Blow him out. That's what he's supposed to do. Blow him out. They got to come up to his level, not him go down.
Yeah, that's a weird mentality to have. Like with these guys that you're way above, that you don't like impress against. So that like you're not getting people calling on you any other way. So you might as well, when you fighting these subpar guys, blow them out, start talking about, I want the big boys, not these guys. Stop giving me these guys. And and then maybe.
You got to have that
I've got to end things there. I've got to go. So.
You got to have that Mr. T mentality.
Yes, in Rocky 3. You said Mr. T, right?
Yeah, that's right. What do you predict for the fight? Pain.
Yeah, like, hey, woman, I know we ain't treating you right.
If he dies, he dies.
Yeah. Well,
that's in Rocky 4.
That's like you got a dance partner. The dance partner doesn't dance as well as you do. Why dance with them? Just say, okay, that's it. One dance and you're done.
Right.
We've come to the end of the show then.
Man, we were having
we
so
shall be back
fun
next week.
All right, next week, y'all.
Can we? See you later,
guys. Can we what?
Can we what?
Can we what? Can we what?
So I'll see you next week. Bye.
Yeah. All right. Bye.